Howdy everyone, and welcome to a first episode of a brand new park, which, if you couldn't tell by the title and the sign right in front of us, it's Murray's Safari Park. Now, there's a little bit of background to this park. This is actually supposed to be owned by the same group that created Silver Valley Zoo, which is the Silver Valley Zoo Foundation. It's kind of similar to how Columbus Zoo has the wilds, or how San Diego Zoo has its safari park. It's like an extra park by the same group to expand the reach. It's located here about a bit 20 minutes south of Atlanta, so it's a bit northern, like a bit further north in Georgia compared to the last park. Now, see at the entrance, is it mainly a lot of the stuff like the walls here and stuff, it takes inspiration from the Zoo Atlanta. With some of the roof, I changed that to red just because it looked better, and just this nice wood cover over it to hold up the sign. There's an info center back there that was just implied. It's actually where the guest spawner is, if you think that's sneaky. Here's our safari shop, which is kind of be the way that someone exits. You got to get them to buy something. And you see all the mud walls with the base of the stone and everything. If you look at the entrance of Zoo Atlanta, you'll see where I'm getting this. Now here's our gift shop. It's kind of simple. There's not a lot of stuff. Might add more later. I don't know. But for now, it's like this. You have a bunch of different signs that tease some areas and animals, and you have a view into the American Flamingo habitat that we'll get a better angle at in just a minute. Yeah, you can see some of the animals that might be in an area that's in that direction. And similarly, we have a couple Indian species going on. And we have this little plush pit under this big tree. I think that's something you tend to see in gift shops and zoos. As far as I've at least seen others do it. But yeah, that's the exit only. So basically, you exit through the gift shop, like many places probably do, and just go past the tickets. It's just a lot of implied interiors because of the piece count. You just have this welcome sign. It's like the marquee, as a banner I just made a custom font out of the font pieces, like the full stop. And then we have our little, as you can see, there's a monorail track. Got some statues scattered around here, but we're actually having the monorail low into the ground. It's kind of like a little different form of a train. That's the safari door. This is the station you'll enter on. There's some other animals you'll be seeing. We have this little covered area for seating, like a gazebo, but a bit bigger. Just a little nice area. If you can look out, you can kind of tell there's a bit of a lake here. And if you think about that, you might realize what could be in there if you remember the signs. And we have our safari tour. It's just another font I made with the LED pieces, the circular ones, just because it's easier to not have to rotate things. They're telling us no, but we're going to ignore that because I'm the boss. So we have our cube, and we just used some basic fences. We took apart one of the fences I made before. Just got this bamboo cover over it, so if you don't have to get melting in the summer heat, which I think is kind of bad in Georgia if it's already humid. But yeah, you can see all the planting. It's just the entrance onto the station, which is pretty simple. This will probably be the one station, but because it's just one big tour, but there might be a second station on the other half of the zoo or something if people want to see it that they're part of it. But I don't know, because you'll see where the layout goes later. And then we'll go back out, and you'll see just there, I got a walk thing over it, and you can see the entrance. Now we look at all this foliage. It's kind of more sandy thing with plants here and there in different spots, just to make it look more distinct. And then we have our flamingo habitat. See, there's the rocks against the bamboo backdrop that hides it from outside the zoo. And it's just got this water area, and there's All our different American flamingos were very noisy. Got a nice waterfall falling down. Just it kind of centers the view. Of course, we're on our wooden platform, extending from the path so it can go over the weird terrain gap. Let me just put little stones on there just to make a little detail. Something I did with the rhino habitat from Crimson Desert Zoo. And this is a building, it's kind of like indirectly, it's like kind of by accident, kind of a little bit based on sparrows, just because it's a flamingo habitat. So the one she did that has this Caribbean kind of house, but I took inspiration from a picture of a Caribbean house I saw. So it kind of accidentally, but also intentionally, it's kind of like that. We actually use the cabbage tree as a tree, not something you see a lot, but like it actually is a good tree. Now here's going to be something interesting, and that is a certain habitat. It's going to go through here. It's going to be coming back in this way, and it will go between and out this indoor section and this outdoor section of the same habitat, and there'll be 2 or 3 tunnels going over the track where the animal will go over the train while they're passing through between. So that's something to keep an eye out for when we continue the zoo next episode. So yeah, that's just you'll hear more when it actually is built. Just over another Passover thing, and I'm not sure that's the right way. We have just some more statues. Yes, we're gonna have more Indian rhinos in this game because you can never get enough rhinos. And if we zoom out, we can kind of get an overhead look of our station. Just a little peek at like this foliage. It's kind of all dense because it's a temperate area. I imagine there'd be a lot. But within the zoo, it's more tropical looking compared to the more temperate outside, like normal. It's got all this foliage and bamboo that's kind of hiding off the inside of the zoo. And we have our big old parking lot. Much bigger than last time because this will be quite a bit bigger. Got our backstage. You got to see our... Yeah. We have this backstage building that I did get a little bit of an idea looking around the backstage buildings of like the San Diego Safari Park. It's kind of just this metal, and I used the pebble path as a thing. But you'll see there's this gap, kind of this more dirty, grassy gap between, like it's a little dip. That's something I see in a lot of roads, and I've seen it in images of this area too. Then we got our bike lane. There's also this turning lane that just goes through the whole thing. I think that's probably going to work, but... And then you have this entryway with this little sign that's kind of similar to the actual logo I made. And yes, this time I actually did make the logo myself, just because I wanted it to, I don't know, not trying to overwork Sparrow here. She has so many logos she's done. It's a bunch of temporary foliage just all over. This little bamboo fence that combines the old and new bamboo. They can be combined in a lot of ways. Then we have the backstage part. We don't have many interiors. There will not be many interiors unless there's something that the guests need to be able to go through as the main guest experience. Just because this is going to be much bigger. Here's our entrance area. Habitat here, 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 as well as that circle in the middle. Now, because it's a lake, you'll see there's these 3 paths, different types of paths. This will be Africa Trail, this will be South America Trail, and this will be Wild India Trail, which is a particularly exciting one, because it's just so different. And there's, of course, this safari tour that will go all the way around. This probably might even complete this entrance area. Next episode we'll see. And to mention, along this path right here, there's going to be a restaurant past the station that it will go behind. And then you see over here, there's like this whole open safari that will only be visible on the tour. In fact, it might even be bigger than that. It will be quite spread out. All the way over here, meanwhile, the other areas might not be as big. You have going all the way around and looping back. It will mainly be in the African plains, but it also will go through a little bit of some other ones. look at this parking lot, you see that I actually looked up the proper proportion of handicap spots. So it should be about right for how many spots there are. And if you just look here, you'll see it's trying to make the outside look at least appealing, so it's not like it fits better when everything looks complete. And I will see you.